My mum has sent a little 1st of December hamper over. So it's got a book for me, a nutcracker candle, mince pie wax melts, Feliz Navidad socks, which are the best thing ever, some gluten-free spiced latte shortbread. Haven't tried those before. Christmas tea towels. At the back there are some Oreos for my son. And a Kevin the Carrot crochet kit. How cool. And there's a little something in here for my husband as well. This is his advent calendar. I wonder if any of you will recognise this. Let me know if you do. And what happens is, every day, this little guy falls off the tower. So he is going to love that. He hasn't seen it yet. I've just opened the hamper to have a sneak peek. Yeah, so we also have a Christmas ornament of him that my husband likes to hang just to the side of the Christmas tree every year, which, I mean, I'm not happy about it because I'm quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Quite particular when it comes to my Christmas decorations. But, you know, you have to let them have some things, don't you? So that hangs every year. He's got his chocobo wearing a Christmas hat, which also goes out, and he manages to hide a few Star Wars baubles on the tree as well. But as long as they're at the back and I can't see them, and they don't mess up my beautiful green and gold tree, then it's absolutely fine. I also forgot to show you this, which was in my hamper. So my mum got me this because during World War II, during the war, Hitler banned advent calendars. Firstly, because paper was rationed, and secondly, because he wanted to get rid of all the material and everything that was out for the church. So, although advent calendars have been out for centuries, the first printed ones were from the 1900s, and they'd been used up until World War II in Germany. So after they were banned, the Nazis, the Third Reich, actually made their own advent with like imagery of swastikas and everything, and they were given to women and children. One of the cats is trying to climb into my advent bag from the corner of craft. Right. Hang on. Is that you, Maggie? I just saw her paw come out. Let's make it. Maggie, you're making a noise and I'm trying to talk. Oh. Yeah. There she is. Right, Maggie, there's no room for you there, is there? That's where my advent things are. She's gone back in. Maybe she'll try the other side. Anyway, yeah, so when the war ended, President Eisenhower was seen with an advent calendar, opening it with his grandchildren. And was it his grandchildren or children? I don't know. Children, possibly. Anyway, people saw this all over the world. Oh, Margaret, you're very disruptive. My phone is a Pixel 8 and it does have that new thing where it can take up background noise. So what I'll try and do, don't mind my things or anything. You don't mind my things at all. Hi. You're gonna walk on my laptop. Okay, that's nice. Goodness me. What was I saying? President Eisenhower was seen in the media opening an advent calendar, and it was like one of the first ones that was printed after the war, and it revived printed advent calendars again, and it was called Little Town. And this advent calendar is an exact replica of the one that Eisenhower showed himself opening in the media after the war. And day one there, it's very tiny. There's the little advent wreath. And it's so cool. My mum knows I like anything to do with World War II. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Apologies for the marauding cat.
Warning. Warning.
First advent of the day today is Toft, and this is what I made yesterday. It's a mini doll, so I'm thinking maybe this is the body. I'm not quite sure. Box 2 is really heavy and it makes quite a loud rattle. So, oh, that is nice. Oh, it's got Big Ben on it. I love the colour, like a rose gold. I'm assuming these little rings are for stitch markers. And it's a gauge ruler. I really like that. No wonder it was heavy. It's really solid. Advent 2, Giddy Yarns. Probably should have prepped this one first. I have to take them all out. Do. Okay, what have we got? Another yarn skein. This one's a bit of a deeper yellow caramelly colour than yesterday. Oh, I wonder if this is a fade. I'm not sure. Really pretty. Can't wait to start my my sweet shop blanket, but I've got gift knits to do first and other like things to make. And then third yarn of the day, yarn advent of the day, dystopic fibre. And this one is based on toadstools, and everything's spotty like toadstools, and it's just awesome. Number 2. And there's an extra for today as well, which is awesome. Extras are the best. This one actually really does look quite mushroom-like. The colours are really mushroom. I love it. I just love yarn with like speckles and variegated bits. Maddie! Maddie! Someone's pulled up outside. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, I think I actually can guess from the shape. Oh my god, scissors, but they're spotty like a toadstool. That is just the best thing ever. And I am always losing scissors, so they will come in very handy. Advent for the corner of craft. I've put this calendar into a spare box I had because the cat kept biting the plastic. It was making a really loud noise. So yeah, so it's in a box now. Number 2 is... what did I think it's Wall of Ice. Oh, that is lovely. Look at that. It's so pretty. Again, I love that it's got all different shades and all different colours in it. That's like my favourite type of yarn ever. And Advent 5. I've already lost count. Already. I don't know. Nora George yarns. Let's not do them by number. Let's do them by name. So this is the Festive Markets, Advent. Figure out what order they're in. Not that one. There we go. And I think this yarn dyer is doing like a daily blog saying what the colours are and what they... Like, we know these day 1 to 4 are German, but I think she's putting colour inspiration up every day. I'm going to go and have a check in a bit. This one is right up my street. I love this shade of like duck egg and the speckles. Gorgeous. Really love that one. Pack it all away. And the next one is my Shepherd's Hut UK Fibre Advent. So yesterday we had the lovely blue and gold. Felt like silk. Not sure what the blend is yet. We find out at the end. Loving the chocolates. Gonna eat that one in a minute. Number 2. Ooh, those colours are very me. Really nice, rich colours. That one feels slightly more woolly than the other one. Maybe a little bit of synthetic in there. Not sure. Find out soon. And on the fibre theme, this is the one from Siobhan's Crafts, the Merry and Bright fibre calendar. Wow. Oh my god, it's so soft. It looks like Rainbow Road or one of those sweets. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, I'm not sure what blend that is, but it is really, really soft. Super soft. I still need to set my wheel. I've hurt my neck, so I might have to wait until later or tomorrow, see if it eases a bit. Can't wait to spin it. There we go. The last one is Hook and Cutch. And I did open the little bag of extras that didn't have a number on it yesterday. There was a little thank you card inside, a coffee, chocolate coffee, and 2 Lindors, which are my husband's absolute favourite. I might let him have one. We'll see. And we've got an extra for today as well. A little one. Stuck. Feels like wood. Yay, it's a stitch marker. Oh, look. It's got the little logo for this year's Advent. Very cute. That's from Mrs. G Makes. And then today's yarn. So as this is a library yarn, the first one was based on a library. I'm not sure if they're all going to be or if they're based on books, but I love the heart stickers. Really nice. Ooh. Again, loads of colours in there. Absolutely lovely. Colours, speckles, The Hobbit. Okay, so maybe they're all books. I love this so much. Or do I put it back in the bag? Or actually, no. It's labelled. I don't need to put it in the bag. I'll be able to tell what day is which. I think this Advent is absolutely stunning. Really is beautiful. Feels so expensive. Okay, so last but not least, it's not an advent calendar really, so I'm not counting it as that, but yesterday I cast on my Yarn Badger advent socks. I'm doing them 2 at a time because that was the only sock needle I had available. It's actually a bit short. I think it's 60 centimetre, which is a bit of a pain, but it's okay. So I got the toes done, and then day 1 is like this goldy colour. It is sparkly on, but you can't really see it on the video. Yeah, so I think day 2 today is going to be that nice reddy orange colour. So hopefully I'll get to do day 2 tonight. I think I've decided on a pattern. I'm going to do a couple of rows in it and see if I like it. And then just a quick one, number 2 today on my paper advent. It's this little cart. Really cute. So if you've seen my Instagram, you will know that I got a sewing machine recently, and I made some fabric crackers. So I thought I'll buy a wooden box to put them in. The only size wooden box I could get that wasn't over £100 was this one, and it was plain. So I thought what I'd do is decorate it myself. I've got this really nice tissue paper. It's got like Christmas trees and deer and everything on it. And I thought I'd cover the box using Mod Podge Extreme Glitter, because, you know, what is life without glitter? You can just about see the sparkle on the lid there. Not really, but a little bit. Yeah, so I painted the box, just gave it one coat of a really pale blue, just emulsion from a tester pot. I'm not doing anything to the lid yet because I've ordered something for that, so I'm just going to concentrate on the sides. So basically you just apply Mod Podge to the wood and then stick the paper on. I used to do a lot of wood and paper crafts years and years ago when I was in teacher training. As my little side hustle, and I really enjoyed doing it, and doing this box up has made me remember how much I enjoyed doing it. So you never know, I might start making some things again. This tissue paper was a little bit thin for my liking. I used to use scrapbook paper because it's a lot thicker, so it doesn't crease or bubble, which this one will, you know, is so thin. But then what I would do is sort of sand the paper off the edges so that the thickness of it wouldn't show, and then use ink or paint to like go around the edges and age it, and then you didn't notice the paper, the thickness of it, and they used to come out really nicely. But the tissue paper is good as well, you know, it does a nice coverage, and the crinkles sort of make it look a bit more vintagey. Yeah, so you can see the lid there has just had one coat. I hope you couldn't hear my stomach rumble then. Got a feeling that would have come out on the phone. So yeah, so that's what colour it was before. I've just opened the box so that I can fold the paper over the edge as well, so that I get a nice coverage of the rim of the box. And it really is as simple as put some Mod Podge on the box, put the paper on, and then paint Mod Podge over it, and you can sort out those bits. Once the tissue paper gets wet with the Mod Podge, It tears really easily as well, so you can like rip the edges off so easily. So yeah, I'm gonna like fold it around the side and underneath as well. I just do a bit at a time because I find that for larger areas like this, the Mod Podge, because I put it on very thin, it dries so quickly. If you put it on thicker, obviously it will take longer to dry, but then you get more bubbles and raised up bits underneath your tissue paper. So yeah, it doesn't need much, really thin coat. And when you paint the top as well, what's on the brush is usually enough to cover that nicely. I've got it at a bit of an angle there, so I'm probably gonna have to take that off. Usually it wouldn't matter if there was paint showing, but with this one I want it to cover the whole sides. I do have like a sort of plan of what I'm going to do. Haven't like finalised the plan in my head. I will finalise the plan in my head in the next half an hour or so though, because I need to put it in motion. Yeah, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to start again with this side. Okay, started again, got it at the right angle this time. As you can see, this side is nearly covered. There's a lot of bubbles, a lot of creases. I actually don't mind that at all. I think it looks nice. So I'm just going to finish this next bit. If you've got any gaps like I have there where I ripped it, you can literally just tear off a tiny piece and put it on top and it won't show. And this Mod Podge, it sets very hard as well. So when you see the creases on there, they go hard. And then when you can like rub ink or paint or anything onto the top and wipe it off, and the creases will catch whatever you're using and it looks really pretty. So this bit now has dried, and I've got another tester pot of emulsion, this time in white, and I am just going to dab just around the corners and the edges of the base of the box and the lid of the box, which I've just done the edge. I've left the top of the box with its undercoat of paint for now. So yeah, I'm just going to do this the whole way round. So what I've decided to do over this white paint on the corners, I've never done this before, so it could go horribly wrong. I'm hoping it doesn't. But I've bought some silver leaf, which I didn't know you could get. I've seen gold leaf, obviously. I've used gold leaf in like not gilding anything with it. I've just like sprinkled bits of it into resin. But yeah, I found some silver leaf online. I thought that would look better than gold because I'm going for like a snowy, glittery, wintry effect. And I thought I would just do the corners of the base of the box. I'm covered in paint. I'm covered in Mod Podge. Can't see this going well, but I mean, we'll see. So I haven't really looked up how to do this. I'm gonna wing it. I think you just add a layer of Mod Podge, stick the leaf to it, leave it to dry, and then brush it off again. So that is what I'm going to try. So I'm going to start with this little corner up here. Again, I'm still feeling a bit coldy. I've got a really sore throat today as well, so my voice is going, so I apologise if I'm croaking. Hurts to swallow. Okay. I've put it on a bit thicker than I did for the paper, in the hope that the silver leaf will stick nicely to it. Okay, so here we go. As soon as I touched it, it immediately broke up into little pieces. So I'm just going to stick a load of little pieces on. Now, as you can see, more is sticking to me than it is sticking to the box. I suggest if you do this, maybe use tweezers or something, fingers that aren't already covered in glue, because it did not work very well. But I mean, we got there. To go and eat something because my stomach keeps rumbling. I know it's going to do a really loud one in a minute and you're all going to hear it. That does look nice. Hopefully it'll stick properly, and I'm just shaking some off my hand. And what I'm going to do is push it down a bit with the tissue paper that comes in between each layer. So A, I don't have to touch it, and B, hopefully that will press it down nicely. Alternatively, it might rip all the silver off that I've just put on. Sort of worked a little bit. There's still bits coming off, but you know. I think once it's dry, the bits that have stuck on are going to look really pretty. So yeah, I'm going to do that on every corner of the main box and the lid as well. Again, I'm leaving the top for now. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do with the top yet. I have an idea in my head, and I've had to order bits for it, so I'm just waiting for those bits to arrive before I can make an attempt to start. So yeah, I'll leave that bit to dry and move on to the next corner. But yeah, I really like the look of this paper. You can just about see the glitter there from the Mod Podge. It's subtle in real life, but then when lights shine on it, it is really glittery, extreme glitter, like it says on the pot. I can never have too much glitter Christmas time. As for my hands, they are covered in silver leaf. It's everywhere. This is really messy stuff. It's under my nails. And the only thing about doing crafts in bed when you're disabled is the mess, but luckily I've got a load of extra silver leaf, got a big pack of it. I've got cardboard underneath the box, and I've got my trusty little hoover next to me. I am using an old paintbrush. It's got quite stiff bristles, so I thought that might be good to rub the silver leaf off and to like shine it up a bit as well. And it actually worked really well. This bit was even messier than applying the silver leaf because obviously the little bits that haven't stuck are coming off and flying everywhere. So that was interesting. The silver leaf I've been finding all day on the floor, in the bed. I did hoover. We've also had the robot hoover on, and my son has had the Hetty out, but there's still a few sparkly bits around. So yeah, just be aware if you decide to gild anything with leaf, it is messy. I probably could have done with a bigger brush. I couldn't find an old one that I was happy with destroying. My larger brushes are all ones that I would use for watercolours and things. But yeah, that large bit with an edge won't come off. I have to try and sort that bit out after. But you can see that it's leaving behind the leaf where it is stuck and getting rid of all the loose bits, and it looks really pretty. Like when it catches the light, it is so shiny. Quite a lot comes off, but it's supposed to be like that, isn't it? Gilding, it's like accents of sparkle rather than a huge amount. That bit's really annoying me. Well, I think that looks lovely. Again, it's hard to see in a video the shininess and the effect, but it's really pretty, and you can see the difference between the bit that I've done and then the other side where it's all peely. So I'm just going to carry on brushing the excess silver leaf off and go all around the edges of the box where I've stuck it on. It didn't take long to dry, 10 minutes, which is good because I want to get this bit at least finished today. I've got so much to do. My phone keeps going off, so apologies for the noise. You can sort of see on this bit how strong the colour is. It's very silver there. I really love it. I would definitely use it again. Next time I don't really know. Like, I can't really sit at a table. I do have a desk, I suppose, with it's got like oilcloth on it. As long as you've got a hoover nearby, it's fine. Although, if you've got a mini hoover like I have, like a handheld shark thing, don't suck up larger bits of the leaf because it blocks the filter and your husband has to fix it. Just a bit of advice. That looks really nice. Really happy with that. Just that really subtle silvery sparkle right on the edges, which is pretty much exactly what I wanted. And then we've got the white emulsion then going around the sides as well. So for my next trick, I am going to add some snow. As a D&D nerd, I know a little bit about making miniatures and terrains and things, so this is used for like model railways, as well as making terrain for RPGs. And it is basically a jar of textured paint, so you could probably get the same effect if you mixed maybe some PVA glue with white paint and some sort of grit or sand in there. You could get the same effect, but I mean, it was only like £3, so I've bought a jar of that. I'm going to attempt to put it around the edges of the lid, so it looks like snow is gathered there. I'm using the same stiff brush that I used for the gilding, because it's a really old brush, and it can, if it can't be washed, it can go in the bin. But I mean, I'm sure it can be washed. It's just gritty paint. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to do with the clasp yet. I was going to use nail varnish remover to get the paint off and just leave it as it is, but looking at that little bit of white paint on it, I might actually try and see if I can get the snow to stick to it. I think that would look really nice, like as if the snow has drifted onto the clasp and piled up a bit. Oh no, I seem to have stuck the lid together. 2 seconds. There we go. Okay. Still not sure what I'm going to do with the inside yet. I have bought some navy blue paint, so I think I'm going to paint the inside. We shall see. Okay, time to try the snow. This is what it looks like. It's full to the brim. You can't really paint it on. You have to... Hello, Jon Snow. He's yelling at me. You have to sort of scoop it out and dab it on. You can use like a little palette knife to do this with as well. I don't have one nearby, so I'm just going to use the stiff brush. But yeah, if you used a soft brush, it wouldn't work very well. You can see it's really thick, and it also dries quickly, so the top layer in the tub will solidify as you're using it. A little bit like cement, I suppose. So yeah, dabbing works to a point, but it's easier to do if you scoop up a whole load and like sort of scrape it off the brush onto the side into place, and then dab and adjust and drag it to where you want it. You can build this up as well in layers, so if you do one layer and let it dry and you want to add some bits, you can. Okay, so I've gone right around this edge, and I've also added it to the clasp, which I think it looks okay. Does it look okay? I think it does. I'm just impressed that I added silver leaf. I think that looks great. Yeah, so I've done all the way around, and that is that for the sides, I think. So I did decide to paint the inside of the box blue. Left that to dry, didn't take long. My husband's got the heating on, which is why I've got my fan on. So yeah, the paint dried really quickly. I'm just giving I've given it a coat of Mod Podge so it looks sparkly. So I'm just using the hairdryer Dyson thingy because it's not much good for anything else, to be honest. I'm using that to dry the Mod Podge. You can see the sparkles there. Again, in real life, it is really sparkly when you shine a light on it. I'm happy with that. I still don't know whether to add fabric or something, but that's a decision for another day. For today, I am done with this box. And I'm happy with it. I think it's going to be pretty. And today's cheesy Christmas Hallmark film of the day is Truly Madly Sweetly. And this is one that was actually on the Hallmark channel. I'll try and do it like a mix from different apps and things so that they're not all paid for apps. This wasn't really a Christmas film. It was more of an autumnal film. So I've written, Thanksgiving. It was about pumpkin pies. It was still, it was a nice seasonal film to watch. Normal plot. Boy meets girl, make pumpkin pies, fall in love. Yeah. I have never actually tried pumpkin pie, and what this film has mainly done for me is prove that it is necessary for me to try pumpkin pie at some point. So I'm going to have to make one. I even bought pumpkin puree, which is in a tin in the cupboard, but I've never got round to actually using it. Task for the future. So that is day 2 of Vlogmas. I'm going to leave you... Oh my goodness. One of the cats has just dropped a bell onto me somehow. I'm going to leave you with a photo of the beautiful winter flowers that my dog groomer left outside my door the other day because she's lovely. And I'm going to go off now. Due to today's instalment of the Toft Advent, I'm going to finish my day 2 of the Advent socks, and then I have a load of other stuff to do. Gift knitting and the like. I'm also going to attempt to make marmalade at some point. Not today, but that'll be a nice vlogmasy thing to add. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturdays, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3 of Vlogmas. Bye!